You ever sit in a crowded room, surrounded by people, and still feel completely alone? It's a weird feeling, right? You're there, in the middle of everything, but it's like nobody even notices you. You give everything, your time, your heart, your loyalty. And yet, it doesn't matter. It's like you've been thrown to the side like garbage on the street. And the worst part? The second you stop being useful, the second you stop giving, they vanish just like that. Like you were never there. You've walked with them. You've laughed with them. Hell, you've bled for them. And the second you trip, the second you stop keeping up, they leave you behind. Like it didn't matter. Like you didn't matter. The joke's on you, right? You are giving them everything. But the moment you stop, they vanish. And you're left wondering, what the hell did I even do? And here's the painful truth. They don't really care about you. They care about what you give. They care about what you bring to the table. The second you can't offer it anymore, they drop you. They move on. And they don't look back. You were never truly important to them. They just liked what you brought into their lives. But once that stops, you're done. It's that simple. It hurts, right? To think about all the moments, all the times you thought they cared. You thought that your loyalty, your love, meant something. But it didn't. It never did. The reality is, you were walking alone the whole time. And you just didn't see it until now. And that's the hard part. Because it's not being alone that hurts. It's pretending you're not. People fear being alone. They fear that silence, that emptiness. So they fill their lives with noise, fake friendships, fake smiles, fake conversations, all to avoid feeling that silence. They don't want to be alone with their thoughts. But you know what's worse than being alone? Being next to someone who doesn't care whether you live or die. Being with someone who won't even notice if you disappear. People like that, they want the light you bring. They want the warmth, the energy, the protection, but they never give a damn about you as a person. The second things get real, the second you stop giving, they turn cold and they leave. And that's the real betrayal. It's hard to admit it, but you've been there. You've sacrificed for people who wouldn't even cross the street for you. You've poured yourself out again and again for people who only took and never gave anything back. And now, here you are, alone. But it's not just being alone that's the worst. It's realizing they never truly gave a shit. It's realizing that they were just using you. You were just a placeholder, someone to give them what they needed until they no longer needed it. And you know what's worse than being alone? It's pretending you're not. People love to tell you that being alone is the worst thing in the world. They rush into fake relationships. They rush into fake friendships because they don't want to deal with that silence. They don't want to deal with what's left when everything else is stripped away. But the worst thing isn't being alone. It's staying next to people who wouldn't even blink if you disappeared. Think about it. Think about the people you've given everything to. Think about the people you sacrificed for, the ones you stayed loyal to, and ask yourself, would they do the same for you? Would they cross the street for you? Would they even notice if you were gone? The answer, if we're being honest, is usually no. And that's when it hits, the reality of it. The moment you realize you've been the only one carrying the weight, you've been giving and giving, and all you've gotten in return is nothing. Not a single thing. But here's the thing you need to realize. The moment you stop playing their game, The moment you stop being the one who's always there, who always gives, who always listens, they're gone. Just like that. Now, you've probably wondered, why do I keep doing it? Why do I keep giving to people who don't give back? The answer is simple, and it's one we don't like to admit. We want to be seen. We want to matter. We want someone to notice us, to tell us that we're important, that we're worth something. But the truth is, not everyone who's beside you is really with you. Some people just want your light, your energy, your resources. They don't want you. They just want what you can give them. And the moment they've taken everything, when they've drained you dry, they'll walk away. They'll leave you alone. They'll go find someone else to suck dry. And here's the real kicker. They won't even apologize for it. They won't even notice what they've done. They'll make it out like it was your fault, like you're too much, like you're too intense, too emotional, too sensitive. They'll make you feel like you were the problem, when in reality, you were just trying to give. You were just trying to love. And they use that against you. So what do you do now? Do you keep chasing after them, begging for their attention, hoping that they'll finally see your worth? No. You stop. You stand still. And you walk away. You choose yourself. Even if it hurts. Even if you have to spend nights staring at the ceiling, questioning everything. You choose to walk alone. Because in the end, it's better to be alone than to stay with people who don't value you. And let me tell you something about that. When you walk away from all the fake relationships, when you stop begging for someone to love you, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start to realize who you really are. You stop pretending. You stop explaining yourself. You stop apologizing for things you shouldn't have to apologize for. You finally realize your worth. The truth is, when you stop chasing after people who don't care about you, when you stop begging for their attention, something incredible happens. You become untouchable. You stop letting people walk all over you. You stop letting them make you feel small, make you feel like you're too much. You stop allowing them to drain you, and you finally start filling yourself back up. You start to realize that you don't need anyone who doesn't respect you. You don't need anyone who doesn't appreciate what you have to offer. You're enough on your own. And the best part, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop trying to get their approval, they start noticing. They notice that you're fine without them. They notice that you're glowing, that you're thriving, even though they thought you'd crumble without them. And that's when they come crawling back. But don't open that door. Don't let them back in, because they didn't want you when you needed them. Now, they'll regret it. They'll feel the loss. But guess what? That's not your problem anymore. You ever notice how they start watching you once you go quiet? Not when you were falling apart. Not when you were screaming for help, begging them to see you, begging for them to notice the pain you were in. No, they didn't see it then. They only start paying attention when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop showing up for people who never showed up for you. That's when it hits them. That's when they realize they lost something. And here's the thing about that. They'll never admit it. They won't text you that long apology they should have sent a long time ago. They won't show up at your door begging for you to let them back in. Their pride won't let them. Instead, they'll try to manipulate you. They'll try to sneak their way back into your life with little acts, with fake gestures. A like on your post, a random story view at 2 a.m., a friend they send to check on you. Little things, desperate things. But you can't fall for it. That's not closure. That's not them realizing their mistakes. That's them realizing they fumbled something they thought they could always take for granted. Don't fall for it. Don't let them back in. They don't deserve to come back into your life just because they see you doing better without them. Because that's what this is, isn't it? They thought you would break. They thought you'd fall apart without them. They thought their absence would make you crumble. But here you are, still standing, still moving, still thriving. So what's the real power of being alone? It's not about the pain. It's not about how hard it gets, how lonely it feels at times. It's about what happens on the other side of it. It's about what you learn when you finally stop begging for someone's approval, when you stop chasing after people who couldn't be bothered to show up when you needed them most. You stop explaining yourself. You stop feeling like you need to prove your worth. You stop needing anyone to validate you. And once that happens, something shifts. You start realizing that you don't need people who don't care about you. You start noticing how much energy you've been wasting on people who never deserved it. And let me tell you something. When you stop giving a damn about people who don't give a damn about you, that's when you become dangerous. Not in a violent way, but in a way that scares people. They'll see you walking alone, not because you're weak, but because you're stronger than they ever thought you could be. And that scares them, because you don't need them anymore. You don't need to explain why you stopped chasing them. You stopped chasing because you realized you were worth more than the scraps they were throwing your way. And they don't know how to handle that. And here's the thing. Once you stop needing their approval, once you stop begging them to see your worth, they'll start watching. They'll watch you from the sidelines, too proud to admit they were wrong. They'll keep looking at your life, wishing they could be a part of it again. But they can't, because you've moved on. You've built yourself back up piece by piece while they stayed stuck in their own mess. They'll try to come back with fake apologies, with empty promises. Don't let them in. Let them knock. Let them beg. But don't you open that door. Not this time. You're done explaining yourself to people who didn't care enough to stick around when you needed them. Let them regret. Let them see you walk away and not look back. You know what's twisted about all this? They didn't realize what they had until it was gone. And by the time they realize it, it's too late. They'll remember all the times you stayed up late for them, all the times you dropped everything to be there, all the times you put their needs before your own. But now, you're not there anymore. And they're going to try to convince themselves it wasn't that bad. They'll tell themselves, I didn't mean to hurt them, or I didn't know what I had. But deep down, they know they fucked up. They had someone real in a world full of fake. They had someone who gave everything, who stayed loyal, who didn't ask for anything in return. And they tossed that away like it didn't matter, like you didn't matter. But here's the thing. They never deserved you in the first place. And the moment you realize that, the moment you accept that not everyone gets access to you, that's when you stop being the background character in their story. That's when you become the main character in your own. That's when everything changes. They'll try to rewrite the story later. You know they will. Once they see you glowing without them, once they see you thriving in the silence they once tried to use against you, they'll come crawling back. But don't you dare let them in, because when they left, They left you broken. They left you in pain. They chose silence when your soul was screaming for them to notice. And now you choose peace. You choose yourself over them. Let them feel the loss. Let them drown in the guilt. Because they took your loyalty for weakness. They took your kindness for granted. And that's on them. When they come back, and they will, don't let them back into your life. Don't give them the chance to make it right. Because here's the truth. They won't really make it right. They just miss the control. They miss the warmth you gave them. They miss the benefits of having you in their life. But they never truly saw you. They never saw the depth of your loyalty, your love, your kindness. They only saw what you could give them. And now that they've lost that, they'll try to come back like they never left. But they can't. Because you're no longer the same person. You've changed. You've evolved. And here's the beautiful part. You're untouchable now. You've built yourself from the ground up. You're stronger, more focused, and more at peace than you've ever been. They don't get access to you anymore. They don't get to walk back into your life like nothing happened. They don't get to use you anymore. You've learned your worth, and you no longer need their approval. And that's when you become dangerous. You become unshakable, and they'll never be able to handle it. So here's the final lesson. People will only value you when they realize they can't get what you gave them anymore. They'll regret losing you, but by the time they realize it, it'll be too late. You've moved on. You've found peace in your silence. You've built your life without them, and now you're stronger than ever. You don't need anyone who treated you like you were disposable. And if they try to come back, let them. Let them knock. Let them beg. But don't open that door, because the real power is in your silence. The real power is in walking away, head held high, knowing that you don't need anyone who didn't appreciate you in the first place. Let them watch from afar. Let them regret their choices. But you'll keep walking alone, but stronger than ever.